first down.
Massimiani again in there with a stop. But Anthony Thornton, as I said, the first half at 107 yards against Kent State at Kent State last year in 21-14 victory. He's on pace for another 100-yard game today. He's up to 87 yards.
Second down and 4. As Greer gets the ball once again, and he does have the first down as Massimiani is in on the stop.
And that time it was the right sideline, Don Shimmick, the 6'3 senior, going about 270 pounds from East Canton, doing a nice job of blowing people off the line. And Ohio University, in the past, I believe in the second half against Bowling Green and Eastern Michigan, really lost the battle at the line of scrimmage, and that's why they ended up eventually losing the football game. Today, Ohio has pretty much controlled the line of scrimmage for most of the game, especially now here in the second half.
Chris Mobley comes in to spell Andrew Greer. He's lined up at the tailback spot. Klebick and Harrison at the wide receiver, split out to the top of the screen. And Ohio running that fake again. Thornton eludes one tackler, and he's got his man open. And Klebick gets about 9 yards on the play. So Anthony Thornton eluding the pass rush once again with that fake pitch.
Well, they ran a similar play in the last possession, and Klebick dropped the football. This time the pass is there, and Klebick hangs on. But Harmon learned something. Andrew Harmon, number 50 for Kent State, from Kent State, learned something on that play. That time he really didn't bite it, put pressure on Anthony Thornton. But as evident in his entire career here, Thornton really makes a lot of tacklers miss, and you've got to get more than one man after Anthony Thornton. He has to be gang tackled to be brought down. And Thornton, 12 of 23, goes over the 200-yard mark for the day, 203 yards.
And Ohio out of the wishbone. This is Chris Mobley. Tries to get a block from Greer and doesn't get it. And Reggie Cook with a nice play, keeping Mobley from getting that first down. And we do have a flag on the play.
Tackle by Reggie Cook.
Cook, a player who's seen more action as the year has gone by. He's just a freshman, and it is offsides, though, on Kent State. That'll give Ohio a first down. So Ohio, the very efficient game plan today.
And I think the whole key to Ohio's success offensively today has been they came out on the first possession, first down, they threw the football. They threw the football on first down again. And what that does, that simply loosened Kent State up. Kent State couldn't afford the key on Greer. They couldn't afford the key on Thornton running the ball. And when Thornton throws the ball, it makes him that much better of a runner because now people will give him a little bit more of a cushion and wait back to throw the ball. So it really opens up a lot more dimensions when Thornton's throwing well, and that's what he's done today. And Cleve Bryant has made the play calls that have worked. He's put the ball in the air over 20 times, which is not surprising because he said coming into this game he wanted to pass, but compared to OU teams in the past, 20 passes in the air is not common.
Mark Klebick, a 5'6", 160-pound freshman. Actually, he's a senior, out of Naples, Florida, a player who really hasn't seen much action until this year. And he's had an excellent ball game as you look at a couple of Kent State players who have had a long afternoon.
Penalty against Kent State, offside.
Well, Kent State playing the second half like at 0-17, making the mental mistakes, the mental letdown on the punt return by Larry Hargrove, fumbling the football on the kickoff return, going offsides in certain situations. So Kent State really, we said they've been an up-and-down team even though they're 0-7. They played a pretty solid first half, but here in the second half, they've looked like an 0-7 team.
This is Wayne Smith on the first down. Kerry, he has not seen the ball too much this afternoon. Joe Technic on the hit.
Well, Technic hasn't seen much action. As we said, Dick Crum bringing a lot of reserve people in at the linebacker and safety positions. He's also brought in Daniel Ramsey to play in the defensive backfield.
You got to wonder why a receiver like Klebick hasn't really seen much action in his 3 years, but for some reason, he has came on in the last few games, and he is seeing extensive action.
He's made the most of his opportunity. Dropped that one pass today, but responded with a couple of good catches.
Thornton looks for Harrison, now takes it himself upfield for a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Stop was made by Technic again.
Well, the Bobcats continue to move the ball, and in doing so, keep the clock moving. We're down under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And I think Ohio would love to have that 17-point lead going into the fourth. That might even be one lead that Ohio won't squander away.
Anthony Thornton getting the plays in from the sideline. Ohio not going with the messenger system. Kent State putting 6 men on the line of scrimmage. And this is Harris. And he will not shake off the tackle of Keith Younger as he stayed at home on that play.
Boy, I tell you, that's a great play by the freshman Keith Younger. He did